Hello, friend. Today, I would like to share with you a very exciting way of practicing mindfulness. This is something that will probably change the way you're eating forever. Well, maybe not forever, but from time to time at least. I don't know if you're like me, but sometimes I'm doing two things at the same time. I'm eating a lunch and I'm watching television, or sometimes I gotta say that I'm even on my phone when I'm eating. So that's not really good, right? So when we do two things at the same time, our stomach cannot really process all the food really well. And guess what? I find way more joy when I am present and when I'm really tasting what I'm eating. Here's what I prepared for you. I went in my refrigerator and I grabbed whatever I had, and I sliced up a piece of cucumber, and I have a little piece of broccoli, a grape, a blueberry, very cute little blueberry, and a mushroom. So it doesn't matter what you're gonna pick. I would like for you to pause the video right now and go in your fridge and find yourself a piece of fruit or vegetable, something that you enjoy tasting. So go ahead and pause the video, do that, and I'm gonna keep going here. So first, when we talk about eating, right, we want to make sure that we know, why do we eat? Why do we eat? Well, it's simple. It's because our bodies need the energy to keep moving. Much like when you drive your car, your parents need to put gas in the car so that it can go somewhere. Well, same thing with your body. And the better the quality of the food, the more the distance you'll go. You'll have more energy if you choose some healthy fruits and vegetables. So that's why I pick those. And for today, we're going to practice mindfulness. And I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to pick the grape. Grapes are like a really fun fruit for me. You know that they're really dangerous for your dog, so make sure that if a grape falls on the floor, you pick it up before your dog does, because it can be poisonous for dogs. I didn't know that until my dog got sick. So, all right, so go ahead and take your grape. And practicing mindfulness is about all our senses. Remember what our senses are? The touch, the eyes, the sight, and the smell, and the taste, and our hearing. I don't think my grape is saying anything right now. Eat me. No. So for this experience, for this mindfulness, the hearing is not really involved, but all my other senses can be. So first I'm going to take my grape and feel the texture. I feel it smooth, right? Oh, and with my sight, with my sight, I see that there is a little dent at the bottom, and then at the top it's attached. And I'm noticing there's a gradient, there's a change of color. And if you look really, you can even use a magnifying glass. That's super cool, like really looking at your food before you eat it. And I'm gonna go ahead and remove the stem. I'm just gonna remove it. See? Now, this is an important part because this is where my grape used to be attached to a tree, right? This used to be attached to a tree. Interesting. I'm going to take a moment and smell my grape. Just a little smell. Smells fresh to me. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to separate it. This is something that's really, really cool to do with, I'm going to use my teeth. I'm going to use my teeth and open it up and look at the inside of my grape. Do you see where the stem was? It's like it has like the system that would feed the grape, right? It was attached to the tree and it grew like this. And there's even like some pits. So I know I'm going to be careful not eating those. It's it's really more shiny than the outside. Do you see how shiny it is? So you have your own piece of food. Why don't you take a look at it? Look at it like it was the first time ever. And now I wonder when I opened it like this if it changed the smell. It smells a lot more. Yes. Now I'm noticing that there's this, the skin is super thin, super, super thin, and it comes apart. Now, of course, you're not going to eat all your meals like that, but from time to time, it is fun to slow down and really take the time to observe your food. I like doing that with the broccoli, where I peel them one at a time. It's like a little flower. And then, like the intricate, like all these little pits inside of a cucumber. Do you take the time to look at your food before you eat it? Maybe you would appreciate it more. And one of my favorite also is the mushroom, because what I like to do is go like this and then look at all the ridges, the different texture. And it's so symmetrical, right? All these little brown ridges here, they're all at the same distance. It's beautiful. It's like art. You see this? Anyway, so take the time to really explore your food before you put it in your mouth. And if you really want to take this experience a little bit further, think about this grape that once was on a tree. Mhm. And how did it become a grape? Well, first it was a flower, and then a bee had to pollinate it, right? So it started with an insect. So please, when you see a bee, don't step on them because I love my grapes, right? And same with the blueberries, right? Any kind of fruit, it had to be pollinated by a bee first or an insect of some kind, but the bees are really busy. They do a lot of that work. And not only that, but once the grape grew, how did it end up in my plate? Someone had to pick it. I'm grateful for that person that worked really hard on the field. They picked it and they put it in a huge bin. And then there's a truck driver that brought it somewhere in a warehouse. And then someone took the time to put it into a container. And then another truck driver took the container, brought it to the grocery store. A grocery store employee put it on the shelves. And then I came and I purchased it. And then of all the grapes that are in the world, this one ended up in my plate. And I'm grateful for all the people that helped bring this grape in my plate, in my mouth right now. Now comes the fun part because we're going to taste our grape. Are you ready? Or whatever other fruit or vegetable you've done. Now, we're not going to chew right away. We're just going to set it in our mouth and see what happens. See what happens to your taste bud. Go ahead and do it. I'm going to talk to you at the same time. See if you can feel more saliva going on. Don't chew yet. Make it move into your mouth. Can you feel like the explosion of flavor a little bit more? The texture using your tongue? Can you tell about the texture using your tongue? And if it helps, you can just close your eyes. I'm going to remove this little pit. And I'll go ahead and start chewing like baby chews. I don't want to speak with food in my mouth. My mother wouldn't like that so much. Go ahead and keep chewing. Don't swallow yet. Just keep chewing. Now I hear my crunch. That's what it means to be mindful. So yeah, I thought the hearing wasn't involved when eating a grape, and I learned something with you. It is, because I can hear my crunch. Mmm. Mm-mm-mm. Ah. Sometimes eating mindfully, what you can do also is pretend like you've never had that piece of fruit before, or that vegetable, or whatever it is that you chose. Anyway, of course, you're not going to be eating mindfully like that all the time, but from time to time, it is good to slow down. Do you ever see people now? Here's your homework for tonight. You're going to sit at dinner table, or you're going to sit, however you and your family, you share your meal, and you're just going to observe how people are eating. Just people who are eating. Count how many bites, how many times they chew, count how many times you chew. And everybody should try to slow down. Slow down, appreciate your food, find gratitude, right? Gratitude is this place where you say, thank you. Thank you for this grape, right? Thank you for this bite, for this piece of vegetable or fruit. I hope you liked eating mindfully and that you will practice with your family. You will find that over time, if you practice, maybe not like that all the time, but really try to savor your food and really maybe wonder where that food came from and find gratitude for it. That's just one way of practicing mindfulness. There's so many ways, but the most important part is that you practice. Just keep practicing from time to time. Thank you. And if nobody told you today, I'm telling you right now, I love you. And I'm so glad that you took the time to watch this video and learn about mindful eating. Bye.